Oh, baby, how you lie.
Let's get together, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you and I combine?
And friends are friends forever, if the Lord's the Lord of them. All my life, you're a friend of mine.
It's Ceci and Adam.
Well, we have to be kind of quiet today. Do you want to welcome to the Momlennial podcast.
Yeah, we got to whisper today.
What episode are we on?
This is 133.
133.
Can't believe it.
What was the text that I sent you?
Like, what the heck is going on? Are you like in a bank robbery or something? What's happening? Well, this is a very interesting situation. I get to the door here for the studio, Ceci at your place. Ready for this, Ellie? She says, "Hey, text me when you get here. Daughter Mallory had a sleepover downstairs. Can't be super loud. Can't turn on the lights. Super weird, I know." I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I'm here as I'm looking in the back door window, feeling like a straight up creeper.
I know.
The teenage girl sleeping in the basement.
I always throw the lights on for you, and it's always this joyous, like, hi.
I'm here for the podcast.
So yeah, my daughter Mallory goes to cosmetology school.
Yes.
But on Wednesdays they don't have to be to school until 1, which was great. She had a friend over last night in the same Cosmo school.
They're young. They're doing their thing.
Hung out in the hot tub, and then I get a text. She's like, "We're just crashing on the couch downstairs," which is fine.
That's great.
But it's also where my studio is.
Like we're literally right next door, and we can't laugh at all in this episode. So sorry if we're super serious today, but we don't want to wake up 3 teenage girls.
No, we don't.
So that's fun. You say 1 p.m.
She's not a fun one to wake up either. So I would not recommend.
Oh, no.
So it's like the old cartoons with like the lions thing where you get like creep past so you don't get attacked.
I didn't want them to be like in the middle of, wait. And there's Adam, my mother's old co-host from back in the
and
day.
Youth pastor. Let's really emphasize that sucker in the dark basement.
I didn't want to wake them up because it's very rare that they get a day off and a morning off. So
I mean, if you're starting at 1 p.m. on a Wednesday, I might join cosmetology school.
Let's go to cosmetology school.
That'd be fun. I can draw.
Okay, here's a fun fact.
Okay.
Do you know when
did he just say he can draw? What do you think cosmetology school is?
It's like the eyeliner and stuff. And don't you draw around the face and all that?
Esthetician school.
Oh, isn't that horse riding or that esthetarian or whatever?
That's equestrian.
I don't know. Oh, I can't laugh. Right, sorry.
What school would you rather go to? Drawing on the eyebrow school or equestrian school? What one do you think you'd be more successful at?
Oh, probably drawing. I once went horseback riding and I got one that wanted to eat the entire forest and we were stuck for 10 minutes and I'm just like, can we just be done?
I used to be a camp counselor when I was in college. And I always used to choose to be the counselor of the 3-hour horse girls because I knew, get this, that I could get a nap when those girls, and I was terrible. I was the worst counselor ever. The girls would be like, "Ceci, can you come riding with us?" And I don't think there's a free horse. And I'd go to the hay bales. I would just take it.
Here's a broom. Go pretend.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm allowed.
Yeah. I'm on break.
It was the same thing when you had to do the blob where, the big blob is at a camp.
Oh, is that the thing on the lake where someone jumps on one side and the other person gets flung into space?
Can you do the blob? Then I'd have to get in my bathing suit and wet.
No from me.
Too heavy for you. I might bounce you too high. Literally the worst. I was the worst. I was the worst camp counselor. I was very selfish. I had a crush. The only reason I was a camp counselor is because I had a crush on a male camp counselor.
This is so 90s.
Yes.
I love this.
And so what I would do is I would lead the little horse girls all around the camp.
The horse
like, oh, let's go this way. Oh, let's go that way. And I was trying to find where the other counselor had his group.
Oh, I see.
Oh, and it'd be like, oh, they're climbing the wall. Everybody wave and say hi.
There's Jake. Everyone say hi to Jake.
I didn't care about them. I only cared about
You
me.
just wanted to get married next to horses at the summer camp.
I pretended for years to be outdoorsy.
Oh, that pay to watch that.
Do you know, really internally, I am outside-y, but not outdoors-y, meaning
Yeah.
I like to be outside for a little bit. I like to walk.
What's
I like to
What's a little bit? Is there a time?
hour or two.
Great.
I like to take a little hike, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
but then I'm not gonna pitch a tent and like stay on the trail. But when I was in college, I was in love with these outdoorsy people. And so one year for Christmas, my whole Christmas was Vask boots, which were like the real hikers had these special boots.
Vask boots.
And I got a backpack and I got a sleeping bag, a North Face sleeping bag. And all like, and one time I got a mountain bike. Do you know how many? Do you know how many times I rode my mountain bike?
0 times 0 times.
One.
Was it from the store to your
I
garage?
was like, this sucks. I hated mountain biking as much as I hated cross country skiing. There's no worse feeling when you're cross country skiing and you're sweating inside your winter jacket.
And there's no way to get dry. And then you have to go into the lodge and you become cold, wet.
Yes. So those people are outdoorsy. I am outside. I had no business.
Fair.
We used to go on kayak trips, and I was like, okay.
So you like to be stationary outdoorsby.
I was very into the aesthetic in the 90s, okay? So the 90s aesthetic was you would wear your hiking boots.
The what were those called again? The
Vask.
the
VAQUE. I don't know. You get them at the outpost downtown. So you would wear
Everyone around the world has an
hiking
outpost.
boots, and then you had 2 pairs of wool socks
I like
that
that.
you'd wear above them.
Okay.
And then you were wearing a men's extra large flannel.
Oh, this must have been mid '90s. Was this like
Think
outdoorsy
Pearl Jam,
grunge?
grunge.
Mm.
But it wasn't really grunge on the inside. It was just grunge on the outside.
Especially after cross country skiing. Grunge everywhere.
All my friends were legit grunge, and I was just like, "What is going on?
Why are we so mad and outside?
Why are we so mad all the time?"
It's like because we're.
I remember
working
the
out.
one time I went mountain biking in Colorado. My mic bad.
Oh,
You're
are you
echoing.
outdoorsy? You're in
Yes,
a cave right
she's
now.
she's in a cave.
She's pulling one on us.
She is.
She's in her
like,
Vask.
Is it better
boot.
now or no?
it's
Oh,
better.
she's inside now.
Yeah, you're
this
inside.
is good. Okay.
You're
Weird. I have to
inside.
like click it twice. It's so weird.
It's
Okay.
hard broadcasting
You're
from a cave.
Yeah. See?
There's no
See what
Wi-Fi.
See what I mean?
No wonder they were so mad.
Outdoorsy suck.
No, the one time I went mountain biking in Colorado on a youth trip, my chain fell off 3 times. I fell off the
Oh,
bike multiple
no.
times. My legs were all muddy and scuffed up, and I was like, never again. I did it once. I will never ever do this
You were
again.
miserable.
Sure. And then
It
you're on
was
a youth
awful.
group trip.
Yeah, and my dad's there, and I'm like, why did you let me do this? This was awful.
We can pray at the Holiday Inn too. You know what I mean?
Do you want to talk to us about sports, Ellie? You were a really good runner.
Yeah. What did you run
I
in high
was a
school?
good runner. I ran cross country and track.
Why do you
Stop.
think you were a good runner? It's because you're tenacious and you're a hard worker. But things like ice skating that required a lot of hand-eye coordination.
My coordination is not the best. I can run in a circle. I can run on a track. I can run on a course, whatever it is. And I like the team aspect of it. Like
Yeah.
the running itself isn't necessarily the best, but like you have 7 girls that you're training with every week. And it's like, oh, after school, like you know who you're hanging out with for the next hour and a half and you're getting outside and running.
Here's an
So.
example of Ellie in sport. We signed Ellie up for ballet
Ooh, that's tough.
when
I bet.
you were in kindergarten.
Oh,
First
young.
grade?
Kindergarten,
yeah.
first grade. You had to wear pink tights and a pink leotard, and you had to hike up your hair in a bun. And I cart her off to ballet every day.
Aw.
And the instructor pulled me aside.
Oh, no.
It's so embarrassing.
She goes, it's not embarrassing. And she goes, Ellie's brain is firing on all cylinders. Like in her head, she knows all of the moves. She knows the routine.
Logistically, it's set.
Yes,
I knew where I had to be when.
but she
Like-
did it in 2.5 times. And so she
I thought it was a race.
So we got fast forward Ellie happening at the moment.
but she didn't have any grace about her whatsoever.
None. I was like, my arm goes here, then it goes up here, then it goes down here again. I was like, I can do this really fast.
Do it
I'm
fast.
just gonna
Do
get
it
this
fast.
done.
Did it look like one of those videos where you see someone who's about to fall on the ice, but they're trying to keep themselves up?
Yes.
And
The
then,
hilarious thing though about Ellie is Ellie has a little bit of her mom in her.
oh,
And when they needed a promo video for the ballet school, who did they pick? Not the actual ballerina.
No way.
Picked Ellie.
oh, look at that front
I
and
can
center.
talk to a camera like it's my job. I got it.
And she was in a cute little Spanish immersion school.
Aw.
And so
That I was.
when they needed someone to promote the Spanish immersion, who do they pick? Ellie.
Ice Queen Ellie herself.
High pitched voice Ellie thinks that Spanish is amazing and I love learning.
And all of you are muy bueno to me.
Muy bueno to me. So, you know.
Well, that was fun because they interviewed the whole class. Like they came to my class and they interviewed everybody, but they kept mine in.
Yeah, they picked her.
Dang. That's pretty good. Look at you.
Yep, they picked her.
Yeah.
Man, she was a celebrity before the
If
Momlennial
you-
podcast.
Did you ever go? Now you were homeschooled when you were a kid, so
I
maybe you
was.
didn't have the societal pressure to fit in. But
None at all.
did you ever acquire an alternative personality?
No. Here's how bad it was. Actually, I should probably get tested if we're being honest. When we used to play pretend,
Get tested.
pretend like I'm 4 years old over here. My cousins and I, we live close. So we, you know, you're kids and
Yeah.
you're playing pretend this and then sticks
Yeah.
a sword and blah, blah, blah. Every cousin would pick a superhero to be. Every single one, right? It'd be my turn. I'm just going to be me.
Not even
You
like
could-
Super Adam or like
liter-
just
no,
Adam.
I just want to be me. I know what I am. I stay in my lane.
That's so cute.
I was like, I'm just gonna be me. And everyone's like, are you sure? There's like 1,000 options and it's pretend.
But you used to pretend you were a meteorologist.
I did. I rocked that. That was fun. I'd put up the newspaper with the big map on the back each week and I'd force my parents to watch me give a forecast.
I love
It
that.
was so fun.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I was always semi-accurate. And I was me. So to your question, no. I did like a golf league one summer and I bowled.
And that's about it.
That's I've been called a lot of things in my life, but athletic was not on the list.
That's okay.
Which is fine. It's
Am I
great.
the only athlete in the group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
would consider myself athletic, just not good at sports. Does that make sense?
okay. You're good at Pilates.
I'm good at Pilates.
Pilates
I
is
like
tough.
my little workouts that I do every day. Like I'm athletic and I can run and stuff, but I'm not good at sports. Like kicking a ball, not my forte.
I saw this online this week. It said, I really want to be a Pilates girl, but really I'm the grandparents in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm good at those vertical sports there.
I am seeing a lot of people like on social media trying Pilates classes, and they're like, "This is so hard. I was sore for 3 days."
Pilates
Oh,
is hard.
It's a whole
I
different.
practiced Pilates for years and years. It's tough.
I tell you what, the hardest I've ever sweat in my life was the time that the accountant, your husband, brought me to one of the gym classes you do where it was like an hour of like the running and the aerobics and all this different. Do you remember this?
No,
This
I
was
have
like,
no recollection of this.
Oh, an
did he
MVP?
yes.
Why did he
the
do
big
that to
gym.
you? Just to show like how much faster he was than you?
I don't. Well,
That's
jokes
his
on
forte.
him.
He would do that when our cousins came to town that were college athletes. They were like, "Come to this workout class."
Was I just the emotional support?
I guess you were feeding his ego in some weird Freudian way. Come work out with me,
Here's the-
young child.
I was like, okay. The best part was the gym, though. Like, you think the gym part I'd be impressed by? I was like, this place got clean towels.
Oh, yeah.
Everything got soap in the shower. Like, there was a fancy, nice. In our area, there's like the fanciest gym around, right?
Yeah, it was a fancy gym.
It was beautiful.
I do not like the gym.
But it's indoors.
It's inside. I am not a fan of flipping tires over. Okay, I gotta tell you guys this. This is the
Sled
story.
pushes are not her thing.
This is the story of 5 years ago when I got pulled aside by a physician doing
Okay.
a surgery for me,
Oh.
asking if I was safe.
Oh.
Okay, now
This is
we-
funny. This
we're
is funny.
We're talking about your father, and you know Pastor Dave,
Pastor Dave, great guy.
kindest person you'll ever meet in your life,
For reals.
right?
Yes.
Would not hurt anybody.
Nope.
He's the one taking the kids on the field trips at school, for reference. Like, great guy.
And enjoying it.
For instance, Piper has a doctor appointment today, and I was like in a puddle on the floor because he told me I had to take her. I'm like, me? I don't carpool. You don't.
What's a doctor?
Yeah. So I'm having a surgery, and they pull me aside and they're like, I'm coming out of the anesthesia, and they're like, we need to ask you if you're safe. I'm like, now?
It's like
In this moment?
It's
I
like-
didn't know. I couldn't understand what they were saying. The day before, I had been at the gym and we were pushing some kind of sled mechanism with weights on it.
Oh, you're like hardcore working out.
And then doing kettlebell
Oh, my word.
hoists. And so I was lifting this kettlebell. I had no strength to do it, and it kept banging into my thighs, which left a bruise that looked like a handprint.
Oh.
Caveat: this is not funny. Abuse
No.
is not funny.
That's not what we're laughing
This
about.
is not funny.
Absolutely not.
But it left these bruises on my legs.
Oh.
And so then my doctor had to pull Dave aside, who's waiting there to take me
It's
home
so
from
awkward.
surgery, and
So
say,
awkward.
you know, we have something serious to talk to you about. And he just goes, she's safe. It's all good. And I'm like, I was like, that was kettlebells from the
That
gym.
was-
The bruises were kettlebells from the gym.
I am my own worst enemy.
But I'm grateful that they do this. I'm grateful.
That's a very great practice. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Agreed.
And if you're, in that situation, call somebody.
Yes, please.
Horrible.
Yeah, don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah. So after that, after I got asked if I was safe, no more kettlebells
That's what
ever
I want.
again.
You said we're done.
No.
No more.
I think we're seeing a resurgence, and I'm noticing this a lot online. Exercise that you enjoy,
Yeah.
gentle exercise, stuff where you're not like crying out in pain. We don't need that anymore in 24.
So you're not gonna do like those. And Ellie, I don't know if you've ever tried these, like the 5 tall box jumps where everyone's like leaping up, and either it's gonna be you land it or you break your spine. There's like no in between from the videos I've seen.
I've been like nearly passed out on a turf field next to Kirk Cousins before after a workout class.
What if Kirk Cousins would have been the one to like revive you? That would have
You
made the
should have.
best
You should have
story.
fake
Yes.
passed out.
She'd be like, oh, and then like totally passed out.
Was he working out at MVP?
Well, the place next to it is a physical therapy place, and he goes there. And so he was on the turf field after a workout class, like he had scheduled a session or something, and was like starting some like mobility thing with a trainer or something. And this was a workout where I was passed out. I think I had done it after cross country practice in the morning too. So I'm just like down, like my face is white, like I do not feel good. And I look over and there's Kirk Cousins just warming up. And I was like, this is embarrassing.
Kirk Cousins is the most intense human being I have ever interviewed on my radio show.
Really?
Ever.
He's a very intentional guy.
He's amazing.
Yes.
That dude is legit amazing. I have nothing but respect for him, but I was nervous. I don't get nervous talking to anybody.
But he's quarterback, big NFL guy,
Yeah, he does a football camp in our hometown. And so he
Yes.
was in signing jerseys at the radio station, and someone came in like last minute, you have a chance to talk to me? Yeah, totally. And it was like he was like staring through my soul. And then and he had just signed some big contract with lots of money, and
Oh, man.
everybody was texting like, make sure you ask him about his $1 billion signing. Like, no, I'm not talking to him about money. He recently, this was a really cool story that just happened in the news last week.
Yeah.
The local college is called Hope College, and some students
Your
were
alma mater.
Holler Hope.
Some students were in class and they spotted him on campus and they were like, can we go out and meet him? They asked the professor and he goes, you get extra credit. Something about like if you can bring them back here. And so there's a picture, this was on Sports Illustrated, of the college kids in his car. You know, he's smiling really big.
Love this.
And so I can't remember exactly what happened. They hauled him back to class or something, but
They hauled him back. They kidnapped.
he got kidnapped.
Whatever.
NBD.
Anything for extra credit. You know what I mean?
One of the
such
kids
a-
I went to
such a great
school with
guy.
was in that class. And
Oh my
posted it on it.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I know someone that was there.
What was
Yeah.
the story? Did they, because I just saw the headline. Sometimes I do that.
You skim read like
did
I
they,
do.
Did they have to bring him back or?
I think they had to find it. Like, I think he was actually at that PT place next to the gym. And so then they were like, the professor was like, oh, you get extra credit if you can like bring Kirk Cousins to class. And like one of the girls' moms like worked at the PT place and like knew he was there or something. I don't know.
That's so great.
That's amazing. Did she try and pass out next to him?
No, I don't think so.
No.
But he reposted it too and was like, "Oh, professor, like make sure you get these kids extra credit like you promised, like keeping
That's
the
cool.
professor
He's such-
accountable for it."
I hear he is the real deal on the field, off the field. He's one of those guys that is the same, whether you encounter him on the football field or in real life. Although he did not return my text message from a couple of weeks ago.
Really? You texted him?
Okay, not directly.
Wait, I was like, wait a minute. You have this guy's number?
I have a friend who used to work for him.
Okay.
And I texted that guy. Zane doesn't love to read, but a friend gave me Kirk Cousins' book,
Oh,
and so
yeah.
it was cute and I said read it out loud, so make sure you're reading. And he was sitting in his chair reading it out loud, and I took a little video and I sent it to that friend who sent it to Kirk Cousins, and I was kind of waiting for this big reply, son. Stay in school. Do good. But he was also on ESPN that night or something.
He's got a lot going on. He's kind of busy. He's kind of
It's
busy. I had a chance to meet Kirk Cousins once when I used to work at the radio station because I recorded him for a commercial, and I think I might have made him scared.
You scared Kirk Cousins?
I have never shared this story before, I don't think. So I haven't thought about it in years. But it was the guy who used to work with him that came in that we mutually know, and then Kirk himself. And I was going to record him in the studio. And I had this thing where I wanted people to do the best ad they could. So I'd have him do it a few times. So Kirk came in, he read his script, and I was like, okay, that was really good. And I'm like,
you were coaching.
I was coaching Kirk Cousins.
Kirk can come in and burp on the air, and we're playing it. You had him re-record it
3 times. I wanted him to do the best he could because I knew he was capable. He is the best.
He do it?
Oh yeah, and he was intense. He was like, I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. And his eyes got all big, and I was like, "That's sweet." He's like, "Hey, that was really
that
good."
The day that he left crying from the studio?
Well, life hurts. You know what I mean?
So
But-
all of the generations have a connection with Kirk Cousins.
That's right.
We've all been very near in proximity to him, which means we're all famous.
Basically.
Famous coach. I never thought I'd see the day. So.
So did you finally on the third try get a good read?
Oh
or-
yeah, it was great. It was good. I said, "Hey, that's awesome, dude. Well done." Boom. But apparently, after the guy who came in, he's like, "Yeah, he seemed like kind of nervous."
And he's never been back since.
You know, we've never talked since. Isn't that weird? Wah, wah. But we got a nice picture with him. Super nice guy. Super humble.
Now,
Great.
Mom, what I really want to know, and I think the people want to know, what did you think of Taylor and Travis?
Okay.
They're nice kids. They're nice kids.
I was watching a psychologist today on
Oh
TikTok.
boy.
Yeah.
We're in for it.
That's the seatbelt noise, folks.
Who was responding to emails he has been getting from his patients,
Okay.
asking the question, because I have it too. Why in the world are we so invested in this relationship? Why do we care? Why do I love all of the Taylor Travis videos that pop up of people reading their lips, and she goes, "I love you so much," or he's like, "I freaking love you so much. I freaking have never been happier in my life," and I'm like, "Huh." It's weird.
You're
Why
hooked.
do
You're hooked.
Taylor is so incredibly talented. I would have nothing to say about her.
Totally.
I don't listen to her music, but it's not because I'm above that. It's just not what I'm listening to.
Sure, not part of everyday life.
I've never heard the name Travis Kelce ever in the history of ever before this year.
Yeah.
I am screaming when he scored that touchdown after this amazing leaping catch. And so proud of him.
Right.
Best tight end ever. I couldn't even tell you what a tight end is.
You can listen back to last week's episode to find out we really don't know what any sports
My
things
son
are.
plays football. I don't know what that position is. All of a sudden, he's the best. He's going to warn. I'm proud of them and their relationship.
Look at you.
It's so. Why do we care so much?
I don't know.
Why are we? And then the psychologist, thanks for asking what his opinion was. He said because what we need right now in the world is love.
Oh,
we
I see.
drink so much, as Adam puts it, haterade.
A lot of haterade out there.
We're ready to drink the loverade.
The Loverade. The power of Loverade.
You know
what?
it's something that's just kind of like happy.
Yeah.
And we're rooting for this thing that's bigger than ourselves.
It's America's fairy tale right now,
It's
isn't
America's
it?
fairy tale.
Yeah.
It must have been what it was like in the 90s when Beckham was in love with Victoria
Oh,
from
yeah.
the Spice Girls. This is our modern day generation of that.
You know what I think is very interesting about this dynamic is there's all these posts and pictures, right, of, oh, they're holding hands. Here's so-and-so, Travis and Taylor hugging, and here they are walking down the street. Any other couple in America, that'd be considered stalking. Have we ever thought about that? Like, because they're famous, it's fine. But any other couple, we'd be like, call the cops.
Right.
The fairy tale's over.
Did you see the video of
Interesting.
Tony Romo going to hug Taylor after the game, and her security guard blocked his arm? He went,
oh my word.
and then she's like, it's fine. I can hug Tony Romo. Is he playing currently? Is
No,
he on the Chiefs?
I think he's Tony Romo.
Yeah.
No, he was a Cowboys guy, wasn't he? Ellie, looking for your advice because we don't know what we're talking
I'm
about.
looking it up.
I think he was with the Cowboys.
So maybe he was just there watching the game.
Probably just chilling out.
Yeah,
He's got a free night.
It's a. I don't know. I think that's what would explain why I'm invested in it too, because
Oh, it's America's fairy tale.
It
He did play
is.
for 14 seasons for the Cowboys.
Hey, man. Oh, why aren't we doing trivia this episode?
I did go also down the rabbit trail of the exact brand of red lipstick Taylor Swift wears because it did not.
Everyone's talking about it because it didn't transfer.
You guys, I tried to order it today.
It you did not.
Sold out everywhere.
What?
Did you see everyone talking about her media training and how she covered her mouth?
Yes.
Like when she kissed him after
When
the
she was
game.
saying,
and
"I
everyone was
freaking
like,
love you.
That's
I
media
freaking-"
training.
I freaking love you. You know what she did that was so what any one of us would do? She's on the field. She is the biggest pop star of all time.
Yeah, at
She's
this
been
point.
in concerts with bajillions of people, right?
Yeah.
She knows.
She's
knows,
built that stadium herself.
She does.
Yeah.
She knows how to work a crowd. She knows. I don't know why she would need extra media training, but nonetheless. But she's walking by Donna Kelsey on the field, and there's a video of her saying, "I'll just stick by her," and she's shrinking behind his mother because they're not sure where to go.
Yeah, right. Because there's so much happening.
And
The crowd's huge.
which is what any of us would do. I'll just stay in this lane. I'll stay in this
I'll
lane.
just stay where it's safe.
Yeah.
Aww.
We don't want embarrassing things to happen to us.
No, we don't. And you got to think about their life. They are literally watched every second of every moment of every move. That's not great for anybody.
No.
Like after a while, I'd be like, I can't handle
Oh,
this.
is there any danger
no.
of that, Adam?
Not when I want to be myself all the time. That's for
What
sure.
superhero do you want to be?
Me. What self-confidence issues? So, anyways, did you hear about the not conspiracy, but the possible theory at the Super Bowl halftime show that they're going to try and sneak Taylor Swift on stage for performance?
She's in Tokyo the day before.
Nope,
And
she
it's
can
not-
make it.
She'll make
She
it.
can make it.
got-
Everyone's saying she can make it.
She got the private
Tokyo's
planes.
17 hours ahead and takes 13 hours to get to Vegas, and she's got time.
She's going to do it.
Okay. Would you feel slighted if you were a member of the Tokyo audience, knowing that she's just like, what's one of her songs?
Bad Blood.
Bad
Good job,
blood.
Adam.
Bad blood.
Wow.
Thank you.
Someone did a spud up video of her. I'm singing it in double time. I told you I don't listen to her music.
Now-
None of that,
Now I know where Ellie got her speed up ice skating from. Ballet ice skating.
I can't do either, so I mean, it's all the same.
You're in good company.
Taylor in Tokyo is me as a camp counselor, just not really into it.
If you want more of the Momlennial podcast, well, then subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes without having to do the work, and that's totally our jam.